I'm Olivia.
And I'm Hailey, and this is
One Thing at a Time, a podcast where we talk about all things photography, life, and advice. Hello, guys. Oh, wait, we don't have to do that.
Yeah, you're right, because we have a new intro.
We're going to be talking about our goals for 2023. Long-awaited goals. And also, do you want to tell everybody that we're, together?
Yeah, we're together, in person here in Savannah, Georgia. We're here actually for Olivia this time. We have some engagement sessions here. One in Tybee and then one in Forsyth Park here in about
an hour
and some change.
Minutes, yeah.
Oh, it's at 4:30.
Oh, I think it's at 4. I don't know. It's at 3 o'clock. Oh, it's 3.
That's okay. That's fun. So we're going to talk about goals and how important they are for your business, because where are you going to be going if you don't have any goals? You don't know. I feel like it's important to have goals so you can kind of give yourself some guidelines and, have things to reach, to look forward to, and even reward yourself. So, yeah, I'm going to share some of my goals from last year. I actually, as I was looking back, I think I started to delete them as I started achieving them. So only a few are left, but I still have some that I remember and that I have still. So, Olivia, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I was... Goals. Oh, my past goals. Well, those are in my brain because I forgot to write them down last year. So my past goals, I can't speak. Were.
Got you.
Okay. I'm bad at English, which is funny because I've been speaking it for 20 years. But my past goals were to go full time, which check, did. And then it was to book at least 10 weddings, and I think I booked more than that last year. So, check.
I'm just not thinking that we're sitting on the opposite side of my good side, so.
Do you want to switch?
Kind of.
Okay.
Because I look at you too much, and
She's ridiculous.
We're sitting awfully close.
It's fine. Yeah, we're good. Also, you need to be watching on YouTube because this has video. So if you're watching just as a podcast, you're lame. Go over to YouTube.
I think you can do video on Spotify now.
I don't want to. I want people to go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay. All right.
Noted, yeah. I don't really think I made many goals. I really don't think I made many goals for last year. But I achieved all of them. You're so right.
Yeah, you achieved all of them. So my goals, a few of them last year were 5K followers. The very, very vain, very materialistic goal. But I did not achieve that. But that's okay because we achieved 2K, which is plenty. It doesn't matter, but I just like to set goals. 30 weddings, which we did more than that. So
we did.
How many did we do? A lot. I didn't even include second shooting for you. And we achieved more than 30.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to go back and count, but yeah, it was more than that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess this is super personal, but make 5K a month. Or I wanted it to average out to that, to just kind of because my goal for myself is to make a sustainable business that I can make $100,000 a year, every year.
We're in Savannah.
I was gonna sing a song that was not appropriate.
Somebody. Like a cupca. Yeah, we're in Savannah. We're right in the heart of it. So if you hear that, just disregard.
Yeah, disregard. 100%. Okay, and then another goal of mine was to make a senior account, which I did.
You did that.
And I've neglected it, so a goal for it's a work in progress, but I made it, and I posted a few on it, so that's okay. And then also sell presets. Another one was start a podcast. So we did that.
I feel like start a podcast was on my radar, but I don't ever think it was a goal. But looking back, it probably was. It was one of those goals that you're like, I want to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And we've inspired other people too, because I know a few people that are like, oh, me and my friend are about to start a podcast. Like, were inspired by you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
Oh,
period.
period.
I don't even think I have told you that.
No,
Which
giving
I
us a big head.
That's funny. So, okay, those were I want to hear some of your goals for this year.
Did you have any personal goals from last year that you achieved? Like, except for getting married?
I didn't set personal goals.
Oh, do you ever?
Well, I have no life outside of my business, so no. Well, this year that changed because I neglected the freak out of myself last year. So,
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. 100%.
Well, I think getting married was a good goal.
Oh, it was a very good goal. Or getting engaged, honestly, was. I thought, okay, last year during this time, I was like, ooh, I would love to be married. I'm like 22. But like it was very like, just because 22 is like my number. I was just kind of like, but I didn't think I would actually be married June 26th of. Like, if you would have told me last year at this time that I was going to be married by this year, next year.
I don't think you even knew when you got engaged when you were going to
No,
be married.
I didn't know. I had no idea because we were all over the place and there was a lot, like, super fast. So, yeah. Whirlwind. 2022 was fun, though.
It was. I will say, like, zooming out, this year was a very good year.
Very successful. Very, what is the word? Not very, achieving?
Achieving? That's a good word.
Like, self-reflecting. It was a very, very good year. Some people were like, this year is terrible. I'm like, I don't know where I traveled to a few different countries, states.
Yeah, I think people are just negative.
Yeah, I think so too.
But this year was like a really good year for me personally. And just mental health wise too, it was a good year. Like,
it was, like, I feel like from the previous years. Like,
I got baptized in the beginning of January. So
best start to the new year.
Yeah, best start to the new year. So I just knew like it was gonna be a good year in 2022 when I decided to do that. So is it time for me? Is that all? Did you want to say your goals?
I was gonna like go back and forth. So you say your goals for this year.
Okay. Can you hand me my phone? Because since we switched places,
it's my good side.
Mm-hmm. All sides are your good side.
Haha. No.
Okay, fine. Okay, so my 2023 goals. I don't have a lot of them, only because I don't think that you should like harp on your goals. So I don't have a lot, and none of them are personal except for like maybe a couple.
Depending on like the kind of person you are, I feel like if you're the kind of person that needs weekly and monthly goals, then I think that that's the best for you. But sometimes like you can create unrealistic expectations. So if you're like, hey, listen, for next month, I want to make $20,000 in the month, and you just literally sit there and obsess and you don't even come close, you'll create these like, oh, well, I'm not gonna achieve what I want. But I think that if you have like yearly goals, you can narrate the business and gear it towards those goals. So if it's like, I want to take on 30 weddings and I have a lot of weekends filled for couple sessions, but I want those weddings. It's like, okay, should I book another couple session or should I even leave it open, potentially losing that money so that I can have a couple for weddings? I feel like when you gear your goals and you set them, you can kind of navigate the business to what you want versus, because everyone can be busy. Like anyone that wants to be busy can be busy, because you can answer emails all day and it feels like you've been so unproductive doing something. So like if you set those goals and you like, even if they're not like super duper specific, like for daily like mundane tasks, the like overview is nice.
Yeah, I feel like mine are pretty, like, you know how people are like, what's your 5-year plan? Like, I have 5-year plan, but like not really. You know what I mean? Because I've never been the type of person to be like, on New Year's Eve, January 1st, I'm going to hit the gym. No, like, you know what I mean? Like, you actually started one of your, like, you were like, this is not New Year, new me. Like, I'm starting right now, November, so I can be fit for whenever. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%. So you go and we'll get that.
Okay. So my 2023 goals is I want to go to Oregon. specifically the Oregon coast. I want to do a shoot there, a bridal shoot or something. I just want to go. And I think if anyone is listening and you're getting married in Oregon, on the Oregon coast, hit me up.
Yeah, for real.
Hit us up for real.
No, we're going to be going. We can plan a trip literally whenever.
Yeah.
And we can go. But we might be going to Utah in January, so.
We might.
I
want to host a styled shoot. And we've talked about it before, but we haven't like actually like put our brains together and done it.
Yeah, I think that would be a really fun thing to do.
We just have to like really think about it and do something that no one else has done, because styled shoots, in my opinion, are a little overdone and like everybody does them. You know what I mean? I want it to be unique and I want it to be fun, because the last styled shoot I did was really not fun. And I'd leave it at that. So third on the list is go to Utah. Hopefully that'll be achieved in January. But
very early on in January too. We're not going to give too much details just so we don't say where we are, because I'm a little weird about that. Because what if someone wants to like listen to our entire lives and then go and murder us or something?
Okay, she listens to too many crime podcasts. I mean,
like, I didn't
it's
even tell
just
when we were coming here, because I'm like, what if they follow us and they accidentally run into us, and I think it's coincidence, but it's all planned, and then our life turns into a Lifetime movie and we're dead.
Okay, moving on. I want to visit New York City. And I just, as a personal thing, I do not want to go for work. I feel like New York is something like that you just go.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I've been a few times and I really, really like it. And surprisingly, you can do a lot in one day. Because the times that I've been to New York City, so I've been probably like maybe 5 or 6 times. 3 of the times it was a day trip, so literally like first flight in, last flight out, and we literally did like everything, and it was really, really cool to see like all of the massive like monuments, all of like the staples, like the Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State Building. So I think that we can definitely do that. If you wanted to make it a day trip, we could, or if you wanted to go for like more than a day. It's just really expensive. So.
I really wanted to go like next year, like around like Christmas time.
Ooh, okay.
Because I want to go when it's snowy out.
Okay.
Because I think it's cute.
Okay. You could go like right after New Year's. Oh wait, never mind. That
would literally be the next year. Sorry. But I want to travel to another country. Specifically, I'd love to go to London or Ireland.
Okay.
Or, Ireland or London.
We gotta get you a passport, bae.
Yeah, we're working on it. So yeah, travel to another country. I want to go. Please and thank you. I want to book 20 weddings.
You're almost
I think I have 17.
Yeah, you're gonna meet it.
Yeah,
especially here in January. So you're gonna meet it. I can.
Yeah. But like this goal was book 15, and then I got 15, and then I was like, well, I gotta go higher. So that's what we did.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Okay, I have 2 more.
Okay, what is it?
I want to hit 2K because I'm so close. Yeah, so far. I think I have 1,500, like high 1,500, and
it took me the longest to get right at 2. I was like.
Well, and Instagram is just not the same as it used to be anymore, so it's like a little harder to build a following, but I'll get there eventually. But I want to hit 2K. That one's a little bit more egocentric than the other one.
So vain. I'm like, oh, but I don't care because these are my goals, and if I want them, then I'm gonna have them.
And then my last is I want the podcast to reach 1K viewers. That's good. really bad. So
I think that we can make that happen. I mean, we did have something go viral.
We did, and I'm not really too sure how that happened, but
me either. I think people like our faces in high def.
So true.
We just need to do something super controversial again.
For
some reason it was controversial.
Okay, I have to point out, normally I don't like to feed the fire with these trolls, but it was so funny because this was the Halloween episode, and we were talking about superstitions, and I don't think that people on Instagram, specifically men, like on the reels, people on Instagram are ruthless on the reels. And they were like, these dumb women, they believe this stuff, and I was like, oh okay. I'm dumb, I guess. Obviously smarter than you. But
so funny. I mean, we did drop out of college, so I
We
guess we're
did-
not smart.
we did no, we dropped out of college for business reasons, like we're like fame and fortune.
Mhm.
I didn't drop out because I was failing.
Period.
So that's all I have to say. AB honor roll.
I was A B on a roll as well, making honors, but
I keep on getting an email about honor society, and I literally have not gone to college for like 2 semesters, so I don't know what they're saying.
they just want your money.
Yeah, pay me $50 to be on honor society. How about no?
How about absolutely not? Because C's make degrees, babe. C's make degrees.
Yeah, you know those people with the parents that have that sticker on their car, like my kid is in honor society. I'm like, you paid to be in honor society.
Yeah, it's just like sororities. You pay for friends.
Yeah,
Like that's gonna offend some people.
No.
Oh, it's 100%.
No, but it's like true. Sorry.
Well, I'm just telling you that when I rushed, they did not like that.
That's why you aren't in one anymore.
That's why I'm not in one. That and some other reasons, but
okay. What are your goals?
My goals. Okay, so this is super vain. 5,000 followers. That's my goal because obviously it's very unrealistic, but that's okay because I love unrealistic goals that like scare me and make me nervous. So 30 weddings at the price point that I'm at now would be nice, but if I don't get that, that's totally okay. And if I get more, then that's also totally okay. Travel more, specifically to all 50 states. Very high reaching goal, but I think that it would be fun to do some type of road trip where I hit like half of them. And so I can just
So basically she's saying that she wants to leave me for like 2 weeks.
No, I told her that she can come with and she goes, I can't leave my dog.
Hailey, I have a job. Hailey, no, we're beefing. No, we're gonna beef after this.
Well, I think you can take off 2 weeks.
It depends on when you go.
Or we can like fly to Oregon and get a rental car and then drive all around Oregon and maybe Washington State. And if you have a what's it called? A passport, we can go to Banff, Canada.
I think you're delusional.
Watch, it's gonna happen. I'm manifesting the hell out of it right now. Absolutely. Yes, it's happening. So just travel more in general. This is a year, last year actually, I forgot to say that this was a goal that I had last year, was go out of the state of Georgia once every single month. And I tried to make it a new state, but when I got to like March, I was like, we're repeating the same view states. But it was still good. But anyway, no, it might have been 2021's goal to go out of state every single month. But I don't know.
This next one's a big one for you. Bless you!
This one?
Yeah.
Hey, you're fake for that. Okay, so I need to manage all of my accounts better because I literally hate social media. Sorry. I just do. It's not my forte. I'm not tech savvy, so Olivia can attest. I'm not tech savvy. Hey.
Literally like tech savvy, like she means like she is not tech savvy. Like she opens up the computer and is like, where's this button? I'm like,
except on Mac because I'm a Mac Pro connoisseur.
Okay, I will say that
I don't know how to right click.
Okay, no, stop. Because
I need a mouse.
No, literally I need a mouse because this. Okay, so I just got a Mac and it's like a little bit of a learning curve because Mac's a little unique and I love that for them, but it's just like a lot and I needed a mouse because I hate the trackpad. I literally do not know how to use it.
Once you know how to use it.
And I could not figure out how to delete things. I could not figure out a lot of things. So it was a little bit of a learning curve. I will say that Missy Moo had a little bit more experience than
What's that?
For the mouse. It's a wireless connector for the Bluetooth.
See, I didn't know that. See, I just thought it was something that stuck out of the laptop. I was like, that's cool. Okay, well, anywho, besides that, I need to manage my accounts better and just be more intentional about things, which I'm already working on. So this isn't, all these goals are not like the second January 1st, 2023 hits. I'm hitting these. It's like since probably November that I've been slowly trying to get on track. This next one, though, is going to be number one priority over everything else, which is AKA myself and my personal health and my personal fitness journey, because your girl let yourself go in 2020. So I needed to like not lose or gain weight for my dress, and I did not lose or gain any weight, so I stayed. But then I just got lazy, and then it was wedding season, and then it was everything. So it was a lot. But that was the goal. And so for my next goal, which is my final goal, I've already started. I'm over halfway done. Halfway-ish. So is read the whole entire Bible, which I'm halfway done with the New Testament. I'm doing New Testament then Old Testament. But we've already learned so much, and so I'm really excited to learn more, because I find that I need to have personal goals to kind of separate myself from the regular not personal, but business goals.
Yeah, I also think this year you need to set hours for yourself.
No.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
You need to set office hours for yourself.
I think what we need to do is just have like blocked off weeks that I'm like, take a week
That's
off.
literally what I do anyways.
Okay, well, hold up.
Okay.
Hey, you're on the pod. What's up?
What is that?
The podcast.
Oh. Okay.
What's up?
So for Christmas I'm getting mom. So I took my formals.
Yeah.
And we haven't bought them or anything. I just got the one where you sent to the yearbook.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought the picture.
Okay.
And I got a picture frame for it, and I'm gonna put it in the picture frame. And I was gonna show you the picture frame I got.
So you got a picture of yourself for her for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that simple. Like, yeah.
That is
such a you gift, and I'm so happy.
And then I got Dad chocolate covered almonds.
The normal. Got it. I got Dad Uggs. So.
Seriously?
Yeah, I got him like the wool legit slipper Uggs.
Yeah, but I thought this present would be a perfect one to replace the one of you on the wall.
Yeah, try again. You will never replace
serious.
me.
You're seeing your pictures? You know that one I'm talking about?
Yeah, Mom bought that canvas for so expensive. That thing's staying there. I told her to move it, and she's like, no, I love it there.
Well, I'm going to do it myself, so it's really that simple. Yeah.
Yeah, this is being kept in the podcast, so you're exposed.
It
now.
actually may not, because it comes out before Christmas.
I don't care.
Whatever. Is that all you needed to tell me?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to take a picture of it and send it to me.
Okay.
Alright, okay, love you. Bye.
Love you too, bye.
A little brat. She's such a brat. If you're listening to this, McKinley, you're a brat.
I'm kind of torn. Like, do I leave that in? It's before Christmas.
Leave it in.
Okay.
Leave it in.
Okay. Anyways, back to reality here.
One more non-back to reality. Okay, we look so cute though, so I'm cute. Also,
oh yeah, look at her shirt. And guess what? That's only something you can see on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to come over to YouTube to see it.
Or our Instagram / TikTok, where we might have some video stuff. So
yeah, period per.
Period. That was my last goal.
So
the Bible one, so.
Okay. Did we talk about we've already talked about what's gonna happen with the podcast last episode, but podcast goals, we've already done a lot of things that we wanted to do. Yeah, so starting, what is that Wednesday after New Year's?
I hope you can hear that in the background.
I think it's a train. Okay, so on the 11th we'll be back with the new season of the podcast. So yeah,
I'm excited.
And we may or may not have special
guests. Period. Plural. Comma S.
Do we have anything we want to do something like what we always do, like a game or something.
Okay, let's see. I think we should do our biggest lesson for 2022.
Okay.
Which was you come before anybody else, meaning like myself, comes before anyone else. As horrible and selfish as it sounds, especially coming from someone that got engaged and married, you have to prioritize yourself over other people, and you and your spouse come before anyone else and anything else and what you want. Because at the end of the day, this is your life and you have to go to bed every single night living with the decisions that you make. Period.
That was good. I don't know. What kind of lessons did I learn this year? I learned so much this year.
Prioritize mental health. Step out of your comfort zone.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Believe in yourself.
Shush.
um,
I will say, like, having Hailey around has really pushed me out of my comfort zone, even though I do still get, like, super, like, ill and anxious and all that when we go out and travel, but I'm glad that I do it. Sorry, don't know why it stopped, so that's rude. But yeah, that was the lesson of step out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I have, I think.
Pay off, because then you'll have a boom in business because people are like, "Ooh, she's got it going on." Period. That's my secret.
Yeah.
Just honestly, fake it till you make it.
Okay, we're not gonna tell everybody our secrets, okay? But yeah.
Until you make it. If I make it look like I'm traveling everywhere all the time, constantly, every day, then maybe I might be a travel photographer.
Okay, so that's something that I really hate about social media. You know that.
Which part?
Is that people do fake that they travel. I mean, you have not.
No, I legit travel.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of kidding, but like.
Okay, pet peeve of social media. People, especially photographers, they will like tag locations but actually not be there. And to me, I feel like that is just a little bit wrong.
I think that if it's like a styled shoot, maybe. Like.
Girl. Okay, a field. Girl.
Okay.
No, I just think that it's just a little bit reaching and it's dishonest when you tag a place and you're like, I'm in Minnesota, and it's not Minnesota. It's literally like the side of the road in wherever you live. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. What is your pet peeve?
From photographers?
Or whatever, yeah.
I think bragging. I think that there's a difference between being humble and being boastful. And as not only as a Christian, but as I would say a successful business owner, I never ever want to make someone else feel like they're not doing good because their path is different than me, because we all had to start somewhere. So I think that people that post like, got my 100th wedding for this year, like I'm going to all these places, like, but there's a humble way of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ingenuine way of doing it. And I feel like photographers, they equate being busy to being successful. But at the end of the day, if you're charging $150 for a wedding, of course you're going to have a lot of weddings. And yeah, you might have 50 weddings for 2023. But if I only have 10, but I'm charging $5,000, at the end of it, who's more successful?
Right.
And I'm not calling anyone out. This is just my personal. But I think that being humble is going to get you a lot further. And from a biblical standpoint, you're not supposed to be boastful. You're supposed to be humble, and you're supposed to be so grateful, and you're supposed to lift up other people in the process. And I feel like a lot of people get lost in the, guess what I'm doing? Look what I'm doing. Look how good I'm doing. And that's not fair, because that's not, I mean, it might not be sustainable because, you know, everyone's journey is different, but I think that it's just kind of no one cares.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
I also wanted to ask, what was your favorite wedding trend of 2022, and what do you hope to see in 2023?
My favorite trend is the pearls. Yeah. Love it, and I hope it stays for a little bit. And also something that I hope bleeds is like normalizing black and white. I love how black and white has like made a comeback as well as film. So I want that to continue, and I want to see more of that next year. Like film, black and white, more like Hollywood glam, timeless rather than, I don't know, like the hodgepodge of stuff.
My favorite thing in 2022 would have to be like the comeback of the blushers, of the veils, which the traditional like blushers, and we don't care about the significance anymore. It's just really cute in pictures.
I just actually read that part of the Bible, and it's actually kind of, I see where people could take it and make it something special, but it's fun.
Yeah, and I think they're just super cute, especially with pearls.
Knitted, like a netted pearl.
Yeah. And so that was probably my favorite thing that I've seen. And I also really love, like, done right, I really love those cute little backyard weddings. Like, I think those are super cute. Done right.
Kind of like Maria and Jacob's. Like that little, like, courtyard garden.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that.
Yeah, it was super cute. And I really like just, like, whimsical, like, decoration. Like, I really love just, like, loose flowers and vases. Like, I don't really care for baby's breath as much, but I love I say something controversial.
No, I love baby's breath.
But just like flowers, and also like pops of color, like with the flowers. I think that like simple, not in bouquets. I do not like pops of colors in bouquets, but
it depends. Like, we had a bride and groom. They won't care if we say it. Mackenzie and Tyler Russell, their wedding, there was a lot of like muted colors. It was almost like a fall and spring wedding mixed, but like kind of toned down, and it was very like boho, very like kind of like if you're looking at Olivia's jacket, it was kind of like neutrals, but the darker neutrals,
right. And her bouquet is actually the flowers that I think look really nice, just loose in the vases, like clear vases. We'll put up inspo pics.
It's like insert it here.
Insert here. And if you're on the podcast listening as just a podcast, that must suck. Go over to YouTube. I'm calling people out, really.
Call people out?
Yeah, I will. But yeah, what was your least favorite wedding thing?
I do not like bright neon spring florals. Like, I think there always needs to be a scheme. Like, if it's like 20,000 different colors and you call it spring, personally, I hate it. Photographing it is also just as worse. So that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Please rest in peace in 2022, because that's not timeless.
No, it's not. I'm trying to think.
I
don't necessarily care for, I really don't care for what she said, like the neons and stuff, but I do like a nice little pop of color.
Pastel is different than pops of color. I'm talking about yellow sunflowers.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Blue hydrangeas, and like literally a hodgepodge of the color and calling it spring.
Yeah. Let me think of what I literally just despise. Okay, so those little wreaths of eucalyptus that people sometimes put? I hate those.
I think the only reason why we hate those is because we see them all the time. Like, it's a very much, for a vendor point of view, I always see eucalyptus everywhere. But from the bridal side, it's so affordable, and most venues give it to you for free, and they need something on the table. So, like, I think from a photographer's perspective, it's not really giving us any creative anything, because we've seen it so many times.
And that's just decoration-wise, like, whatever. I literally hated, and this is not to, like, burst any bubbles if you're doing this. Do it. This is just my opinion, but I hated those flower wreaths that some people were having their bridesmaids hold. Those were like not okay. Like, I was actually not okay.
I can't comment. on that. I can't comment on that. I think that
It just gives Easter, and I don't like that.
I think that you can do it tastefully. I think that
Sure, you can do anything tastefully.
I think that there's a way to do it not tastefully, and there's a way to do it tastefully, and it's just finding that middle ground.
Yeah. Anyways, something that I want to see in 2023 is I want to see more disco weddings. Like disco balls, really pretty, like really tall flowers. You know what I mean?
Mirror ball.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You hit that note.
Thank you.
Yeah, like have you seen those flowers that like come out of the bouquet, but they're like really tall stems?
Mm-hmm.
I love those.
Yeah, so for my reception, we're doing something similar. Like we're getting different types of vases and doing like our theme is a black and white, so very very timeless, very very minimal, very very clean. So like on a table, we'll have a black runner with white linens, and like in different vases we'll have different heights and different type of white flowers.
Yes, I love that. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, I think so, because it's not only it's aesthetically beautiful, but it's simple, and you can always resell, reuse, recycle the vases.
Welcome to science class.
Welcome to science, which a sustainability hashtag is the best.
Yeah, so that was like basically our 2022 in a glance.
Yeah, I think it was a good year. Hopefully next year's better, but it's gonna be hard to top this year. I went to France.
Missy did go to France.
All right, everybody, that's all for the episode. Thank you for tuning in to One Thing at a Time, a podcast where we talk about all things photography, life, and advice. Where can we find you, Olivia?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. All handles are at Olivia Rodriguez Photos, except for Facebook. It's Olivia Rodriguez Photography with 2 Y's because I'm too dumb to change it. Hailey, where can they find you?
You can find me at haileyhighphotography.com or on any social media platform at haileyhighphotography.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple and really anywhere that you can get your podcasts.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.